Went back to weather forecast. The mix of sunny clouds today with a cold wind, a high of 38, partly cloudy tonight, and cold low 24. Tomorrow, clouds and sun, flurries, a high of 32. Wednesday, variable cloudiness with some snow or flurries. The small accumulation, high of 31. And Thursday, sunshine with patchy clouds, where some cold, high 32. Right now, it's 35 degrees. More people get their news from 1010 Wins than from any other radio station in the nation. Kyle McMorrow is our service day. Tom Hoffer is our writer. Ronnie Stern is our editor. I'm Sonia Rincon.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. Give us 22 minutes. We'll give you the world.
Good morning, 35 degrees, 11 o'clock on this Monday, February 24th. I'm Larry Cantor, and here's what's happening. The base of Sandy recovery assistance is the topic of discussion at City Hall and on Staten Island. Jersey City enlists residents to go on pothole patrol. The trial gets underway for Kerry Kennedy and her drug driving case. And Secretary Hagel wants to reduce the size of the Army. And 10 Wins active winter, mostly sunny, high today, 38. But Jerry Recco, Moorhead, and Jason Collins in the Nets to beat the Lakers in L.A. Decent Mavericks tonight. The Garden is in baseball news from Florida just ahead. This is Larry Koski on Wall Street. The stock market backing off a bit from its high, but the Dow is still up. 40 to Nasdaq up 39. Wins news time, 11:01. I'm your traffic and transit on the one, sponsored by TD Bank. Here's Victoria Look. Starting in Queens with heavy traffic on the LIE, but it's down moving steadily though. Utopia Parkway down at Queens Boulevard. We have construction work on the Van Wyck on the northbound side between Atlantic Avenue and the Grand Central. And on the D, watch for a big hole in the northbound center lane near Yankee Stadium. The cross fronts looks good from the Bruckner to the GW Bridge in both directions. And the Gowanus BTW combination is heavy north of 38th Street, heading up toward Hamilton Avenue, again Metropolitan Avenue to the Kosciuszko, and on the westbound side from Queens Boulevard down to the Kosciuszko Bridge. 10 to 15 minutes at the inbound Lincoln Holland tunnels on the GW Bridge. Alternate side parking is in effect today. I'm Victoria Lowe, next report 11:11 on New York's traffic station.
TD Bank Business Checking. You can avoid a monthly fee with just a minimum balance of just $1,500. For more, go to tdbank.com/smallbusiness.
Wins news time, 11:02. Mayor de Blasio will be on Staten Island this afternoon for an update on Hurricane Sandy relief efforts. And there are lots of questions. In fact, there's a demonstration at City Hall this hour, organized by the Alliance for a Just Rebuilding and Faith. They say the organization created to help those who were displaced by Sandy build it back isn't working fast enough to disperse nearly $700 million in federal assistance. As of last week, just 171 of nearly 20,000 single-family home applicants have been awarded any money, and none of the projects have started. Apparently, the only projects that did get going are multi-family buildings, 3 in Knickerbocker Village in Manhattan and 2 in Rockaway. Last week, city officials blamed the federal government, saying the process of releasing funds is complicated and requires lots of documentation. Yet a state program called New York Rising has managed to pay out $84 billion to thousands of homeowners. That program is funded by the same federal grant. It's news time, 11:03. Jersey City Mayor Stephen Bullock wants residents to help him fix the city's potholes by calling in problem locations or sending in photos.
This is the first time at this stage because it's a real significant problem. And we're trying to prioritize based on feedback from residents. So, people who live on those respective streets know best the state of their individual street.
Jersey City has an app available, and residents can also go to the city's website. Workers have high-tech equipment that can fill a pothole in 90 seconds or less. The winter has taken its toll on Long Island roads. Today, the town of Hempstead announces a major push to attack the problem. It's news time, 11:04. Mayor de Blasio and Al Roker settled their differences on the Today Show this morning. Mayor cut the ribbon on the new and improved plaza outside NBC's Rockefeller Center studios. Mayor gave Roker a sanitation department cap, and both said they want New Yorkers to be safe.
We both want the best for the school kids. That's right. And our city. That's right. And now we're getting together, letting people know what's going on with the weather, letting people know how they can be safe. That's something we do together.
Last week, the mayor and Roker got into it over de Blasio's refusal to close city schools during a nor'easter. Governor Christie will propose a budget tomorrow that will address a revenue shortfall that could exceed $400 million in New Jersey. Meantime, the Assembly Budget Committee will hold a hearing today on the bill to give members of Christie's cabinet a pay raise. Associated Press says the proposed raises are up to $34,000 at the governor's discretion. Now the official 10-10 winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Mostly sunny skies this afternoon, high 38. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 24. Tomorrow, mix of sun and clouds, maybe some flurries, a high 32. Wednesday, we could see some snow. Small accumulation is possible, high 31. Thursday, sun with patchy clouds, a high 32. It's 35 degrees, sunny skies, humidity 35%, winds west at 8, gusting to 18. Repeating the current temperature, 35, heading up to 38. Next news time, 11:05. Kerry Kennedy goes on trial today at White Plains in a drug driving case. Kennedy claims a medication mix-up with a sleeping pill led to a highway accident with a tractor trailer in 2012 near her Bedford home. Lawyers for the ex-wife of Governor Andrew Cuomo and the daughter of the late Senator Robert Kennedy had sought to have the charges dismissed. Ethel Kennedy is at the courthouse to support her daughter. A legal seafood restaurant, Walt Whitman Shops in Huntington, remains closed after that deadly carbon monoxide leak. There were no CO detectors present. Correspondent Scott Goldberg has more.
New York State law requires carbon monoxide detectors in places where people sleep, but not businesses like the seafood restaurant where a leak over the weekend killed a manager and sent another 27 people to hospitals. Fire officials claim a bad water heater pipe for the restaurant violated the town code by having faulty equipment. Air pollution expert Mark Goldstein says state laws need to get tougher. Every state should take it upon themselves to protect their people. Officials in Maine say a motel was required to have working detectors and can now face fines after 21 people there also complained of symptoms. Friends of the restaurant manager who died, 55-year-old Stephen Nelson of Copaig, are remembering him as a good person. Huntington officials issued the restaurant a summons for defective heating equipment. The restaurant had passed its last down inspection last March and was due for another one at the end of next month. Next news time, 11:07. Researchers in California are looking into a mysterious illness that looks a lot like polio. 5 children have come down with the disease, and all 5 previously had polio vaccinations. Children experienced sudden paralysis in 1 or more limbs that became most severe within 2 days of onset. A major shift for the U.S. military. Correspondent Ann Compton says Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel will propose a new, smaller size and shape for the U.S. Army.
Shrinking the ranks of the Army's foot soldiers is a concession to a new military era. The U.S. does not expect to fight 2 ground wars at the same time, as it has done for the last decade in Iraq and Afghanistan. Instead, the emphasis shifts to elite special operations units, which could drop into global hotspots.
A change in the U.S. military would come as U.S. troops depart Afghanistan by the end of this year. Dr. McDonough is next talking about anxiety. It's news time 11:08.
A great smile will always make a great impression. Want to smile as white as the winter snow? Prefer a one-stop dental shop? Try Dynamic Dental Work. In Queens, they have a vast and healthy new facility with cutting-edge technology performed by Dr. Adam Lublin, a dentist with more than 20 years' experience. Call Dynamic Dental Work today to learn about their winter specials and interest-free financing. There are multiple specialists on site offering services such as advanced orthodontics, periodontics, implants, Invisalign, Lumineers, free exams, x-rays, and consultations with all specialists, including orthodontist Dr. Peter Heinisch. Dynamic Dental Work. Call 718-297-4100 or go to dynamicdentalwork.com. That's 718-297-4100 or find them online at dynamicdentalwork.com. Once again, call Dynamic Dental Work 718-297-4100 or find them online at dynamicdentalwork.com. Dynamic Dental Work, creating beautiful, healthy smiles.
Now this message, start off your morning right at McDonald's with any size hot or iced coffee for just $1. It's news time 11:09. Now your health. Here's 10-10 Winds medical reporter Dr. Brian McDonough.
Most of us think of anxiety as a bad thing, but this is not always the case. A little bit of anxiety is a good thing. It can inspire you and prepare you thoroughly for a trip or practice a speech a few extra times, but there is a difference in the case of severe anxiety. That's where feelings can interfere with your work, relationships, even well-being. Anxiety disorders aren't treatable. However,
Many people never seek treatment. They may not realize the severity of their symptoms. Everyone worries, but severe anxiety occurs when you worry more than a situation warrants. Many people with anxiety disorders realize they are worrying more than they should. They can't shake the anxiety. Overly anxious thoughts may make you feel irritable, tired, you have a hard time relaxing, sleep poorly, or have trouble falling asleep. Don't hesitate to get help. For a copy of this or any of our reports, log on to cbsnewyork.com/yourhealth. With your help, I'm Dr. Brian McDonough on 1010 Win. Wins News Time 11:10. Traffic and AccuWeather in 1 minute on 1010 Win. Does your basement or crawl space have a damp, musty smell? Well, watch out. That's a sign of too much moisture and not enough ventilation. And that can mean increased mold growth and the buildup of harmful toxins and gases. Don't bother with a dehumidifier. It just circulates the same unhealthy air. Get the Wade Ventilation Unit. It will transform your home into a drier, healthier environment. Satisfaction guaranteed. Call 1-888-964-WADE. That's 1-888-964-WADE.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Moms, the nation's largest senior living referral service. With one phone call, you'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information. It's a free service, so call now.
800-379-1174. 800-379-1174. It's news time, 11:11. Time for traffic and transit on the ones and Victoria. Not a bad looking midday at all here on the Cross Bronx Expressway. Even the digger looks pretty good, even though there's a big hole in the center lane on the northbound side, situated in the area of Yankee Stadium, so just be careful of that. And in Queens, the Grand Central looks good. The Van Wyck is anything but. They're doing construction work on the northbound side between Atlantic Avenue and the Grand Central Parkway, so that's causing delays about as far back as Linden Boulevard. Traffic looks pretty good along the South Shore on the belt, save one little stretch on the eastbound side in the area of Knapp Street. That's about it. Staten Island Expressway looks good from end to end. And from our 1010 Wins James Jam, we're still seeing some heavy traffic in Brooklyn on the Gowanus Expressway from the area of the little bit north of 38th Street and continuing up toward Hamilton Avenue. George Washington Bridge, we're down to minor delays into the tolls on the upper and lower level roadways, and also under 5 minutes at the Lincoln and Holland tunnels. Alternate side parking back in effect today for the first time, in fact, in the whole month of February. And our traffic is sponsored by Subway. This month at Subway, enjoy the classic meatball marinara as the featured $5 foot long. It's a fan favorite that's meaty, saucy, and topped with melty mozzarella on your choice of freshly baked bread. The meatball marinara featured $5 foot long in the month of February at Subway. Eat fresh. I'm Victoria on 1010 Win. Wins News Time 11:12. Now the official 1010 Win AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Meteorologist Dr. Joe Sobel has a live report. Well, colder weather has returned, and it's going to be cold all week long. Sunshine for the most part the rest of today. That wind gusting to 20-25 miles an hour, the high 38. Fair tonight, below 24. Clouds and some sun tomorrow. There'll be a few flurries around the high 32. Wednesday's weather depends on how close a coastal storm comes to us. Right now it looks like it's going to be pretty far offshore, so if there is some snow, I'd say it should be light with a little accumulation, if any. Then Thursday the sun's back with a high of 32. Right now sunny, 35 degrees, humidity 35%, northwest wind gusting to 25 miles an hour. Again, it's 35 now, going up to 38 in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dr. Joe Sobel on New York's weather station. 1010 Win. Wins News Time 11:13.
Phoenix Bonaventura. I'm in the hospitality business. I'm a father, my daughter is 4. She's everything to me. And I went through a financial hardship a few years back. You know, the country went through an economic crisis. So I'm definitely a saver. Right now, I'm going to save money so my daughter can go to college. So see you later.
With American Express, sir, you'll have full service prepaid account that helps you handle money smartly. With the reserve feature, you can set aside money for future purchases. And you can always reload cash for free at over 15,000
was sure that Denver was going to win the big game. Hi, this is Michael Cohen of Silver Star Motors, and I'm going double or nothing. I'm wagering that Silver Star will have its best February ever, selling new and certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz vehicles. It may be cold outside, but we'll warm your heart with great prices on every Mercedes-Benz at Silver Star. Don't make me a winner, and I'll make sure that you're on the winning team when you visit our showroom on Northern Boulevard in Long Island City. Or just go to thesilverstarway.com. That's thesilverstarway.com. Wednesday time, 11:15. Now, 10:10 Win Sports, sponsored by Gravity from Warner Brothers Pictures. Now playing. Here's Jerry Recco. Well, Larry, this store guard Gary Williams knows the enormity of the situation that signing Jason Collins, but he also pointed out there was actually basketball involved here last night.
It is huge. The first open of the game, athletes to get on the team, I think was great. But more so, he helped us tonight. He plays the big man, and was really instrumental in this win tonight. So, we look forward to having him on our team and see where it goes from there.
Williams, yes, Collins had 2 rebounds. Williams, 30 points. That's beating the Lakers 108-102 at Staples Center. That's will be in Portland to play Blazers on Wednesday. Knicks and Mavericks at the Garden tonight. We are blowing a big third-quarter lead Saturday and losing to the Hawks in Atlanta. Well, the story of the Post today is Mike Davis concealed his oblique injury from the Mets last season. He was felt to be perceived as making excuses. Mike says the article should not have been written.
It's just an open book, right? And if you're something it hurts. So he responds to an article. I still have thoughts with the best.
Mike said when he's done, he's not done with these types of interviews.
Well, I'm very sharp. We're not going to say anything.
Meantime, the Yankees signing Brett Gardner signed into a 4-year extension worth $52 million. He does not have a no-trade clause, but if he gets dealt, he can get a $1 million bonus. And Major League Baseball is expected to announce the new rules on home plate collisions at some point today. Sports 15:45 around the clock. Jerry Recco, 10-10 Wins Sports. Black History Month on 10-10 Wins is proudly sponsored by Dynamic Dental Work. Go to dynamicdentalwork.com today and by Golden Crest Meridian Bakery. It's the winner on the island.
Does your marketing make you simply want to put your head in the pillow and cry? I've been asking you that question for the past 5 years. If your marketing is not generating sales, if your revenues are stuck in neutral, or if you want to grow your business, visit yourmarketingsucks.com. This is CEO Mark Stevens. Our time-tested marketing process is based on business strategy, branding, PR, social media, advertising, SEO, and the full range of internet and traditional media. Visit yourmarketingsucks.com or call 914-251-1500.
This is Ryan Copy. Tell me what you see.
Gravity is on over 400 critics list and the best reviewed film of the year.
Degrees heading up to 38. For new customers, they're listening right now. Get audio ads in as little as $75. Your ad can be the next one heard on this station. Online radio advertising has never been so easy or affordable. Get started now by visiting audioadcenter.com. Historians will be getting a first look at the World War II diary kept by Admiral Chester Nimitz and his staff as the Navy battled Japan. Papers will be released by the Naval War College in Newport, Rhode Island at 6:30 tonight. The diary can be accessed at usnwc.edu. It's news time, 11:19. Hey, it's Doug Thompson for Amco Transmissions. The name Americans have trusted for more than 50 years. I'm happy to tell you that Amco Car Care Centers are still providing you with total peace of mind for your vehicle, now more than ever. I recently got to spend some time with Lou at my local Amco. He took behind the scenes and demonstrated how they continue to change and adapt to stay ahead of the curve in car care technology for the latest diagnostic tools to help get you back on the road in a flash. And while transmission repair is where Amco built their outstanding reputation, each locally owned and City at nychcc.org.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins. Give us 22 minutes. We'll give you
Good morning, 35 degrees, 11:20 on this Monday, February 24th. I'm Larry Cantor, and here's what's happening. Insult upon injury, Hurricane Sandy victims frustrated by how long it's taking to get government assistance. A firehouse in Golden's Bridge catches fire. A pit-bull puppy is doing much better after being found abandoned in the cold in Brooklyn. Ukraine's president is nowhere to be found and accused of mass murder, but Russia is still standing by. It's in winds, AccuWeather, mostly sunny, high today, 38. Jerry Rico will report that signing Jason Collins from the Gable Acres. The Knicks lose the Mavericks tonight. The Yankees may bring Gardner up there and the outfielder. This is Larry Kowski on Wall Street. Stock prices remain higher. The Dow near its high of 100 points. The Nasdaq up 38. Wins news time, 11:21. Time for traffic. Traffic on the ones. And here's Victoria. Traffic in Brooklyn setting out delivery passing to a quarter hour now along the Kiwanis BQE combination. Just a little busy, if you will, from the area of Prospect Expressway and toward Atlantic Avenue and coming down the BQE from Queens Boulevard down to Schuylkill Bridge. They're doing road work on the bandwidth today on the northbound side between Atlantic Avenue and Grand Central Parkway. The traffic is heavy from Linden Boulevard. Really not a bad looking midday along the South Shore. Just a little positive heavy traffic indicated here on the computer models on the Bell Parkway on the eastbound side in the area of Knapp Street. Staten Island Expressway 440 looking good here across Staten Island. Minor delays on the Hudson River crossings and alternate side parking is back in effect today. Back to place for the first time this month. I'm Pete Torriello. Next report 11:31 on 1010 with
CBS tonight on a new Mike and Molly. Someone's got mommy issues.
nobody has a healthy relationship with her. She pranks her someone. Wednesday time, 11:22. It's been a year and a half since Hurricane Sandy, and New York City residents whose homes were badly damaged are still waiting for government assistance. The city programmed Home Building Bank is supposed to distribute nearly $700 million in federal funds. There are nearly 20,000 applications, but not a single homeowner has been seeing construction yet. The only work begun so far is on 5 multi-family buildings. Mayor de Blasio will attend a meeting this afternoon on Staten Island to discuss Sandy recovery. Right now, there's a demonstration at City Hall. Involving those who say this is moving way too slowly. Firefighters in Golden's Bridge, Upper Westchester, didn't need to go far to battle a fire there this morning. Two alarmer was in their own firehouse. It's unclear if anybody was in the firehouse at the time. Fire companies from 7 surrounding communities responded. One firefighter suffered smoke inhalation. Mayor de Blasio's Mission Zero traffic safety proposal is designed to speed up the process of lowering traffic fatalities. There's a joint oversight hearing in the City Council on the plan today. It calls for lowering some speed limits, redesigning dangerous intersections. West News Time, 11:23. Bernie Madoff's longtime secretary, Annette Bongiorno, may testify on her own behalf at her trial and that of 4 other former employees of Madoff. The lawyer informed the judge over the weekend that she has planned to testify but could still change her mind. Banks are accused of assisting Madoff in the Ponzi scheme that cheated thousands of investors out of nearly $20 billion. He claimed they too were duped by Madoff, serving a 150-year prison sentence. Consumers could get new protections for their credit cards. Here's correspondent Rhea Foley.
Remember when millions of Americans' personal information was compromised by hackers who hit Target and Neiman Marcus? Well, now Attorney General Aaron Holder wants Congress to require businesses to alert customers quickly when they find out the private information's been revealed.
It would enable law enforcement to better investigate these crimes and to hold compromised entities accountable when they fail to keep sensitive information safe.
The Target data breach compromised the personal information of up to 70 million customers.
Last July, reports say retailers including Walmart, Walgreens, and Nordstrom have been hacked. Major drug bust in Italy.
Police have seized almost $20 million worth of cocaine in the same southern Italian port town where deadly chemical weapons from Syria will be transferred to American ships later this month. Almost 150 pounds of what police are calling the purest cocaine was discovered in Gioia Tauro, port town renowned for being largely under the control of the vicious Ndrangheta crime organization. Gioia Tauro is also where a joint U.S. took place earlier this month, with 40 mafia members arrested.
That's correspondent Megan Williams. Wins News Time 11:25. Money Watch in 1 minute on 10-10 wins. Sure, everyone likes to feel like $1 million.
Just bringing your stuff and all is looking with the world. Well, imagine what it's like to feel like $2 million.
Here's when you play $2 million mega cash and win the game from the New Jersey Lottery with the highest instant payout in state history.
$2 million is just a scratch away. So why do you feel like $1 million? Well, you can feel like $2 million.
Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. You or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Hey, Yankees fans, individual game tickets for the 2014 season at Yankee Stadium are on sale now at Yankees.com or by calling Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. This season features some great games against the best of the American League, plus some terrific interleague matchups versus the Cubs, Reds, and Mets. And don't miss the 68th annual Old Timers Day, Sunday, June 22nd. Log on to Yankees.com or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849 today. Race News Time 11:26 now. Money Watch on 10-10 wins, sponsored by WinWinUSA.com. Here's Larry Kopsky live from the New York Stock Exchange. The stock market remains sharply higher. The Dow Jones Industrial Average just short of the 540, now at 143. The S&P 500 is up 17. The Nasdaq Composite is up 40. The economic calendar fairly quiet today. Coming up later this week, we'll see reports on home prices, sales, and consumer confidence. Business economists are closely divided over whether the Fed will steadily reduce its bond purchases or take a breather. About 40% of members of the National Association for Business Economics see the Fed completing its tapering by year-end. WhatsApp says it will begin offering voice calling by April, allowing it to be phone calls among its 465 million users. Its voice-enabled app will be available first for Android and iOS. Facebook agreed last week to buy WhatsApp for $19 billion. Facebook is up $1.92. Netflix has a deal with Comcast to ensure that its TV shows and movies are streamed smoothly to users. Companies are establishing a more direct connection to provide better service. Customers that will allow for future growth in Netflix traffic. Larry Kopsky, 10-10 wins from MarketWatch.com, Wall Street, New York. Wins News Time 11:27.
How many do is no internet, no GPS, no cell phone, no email, no Facebook, all on it?
Facebook leveraged the power and reach of the internet to provide an easy, cost-effective way for individuals to connect and build fleeting personal relationships anywhere, anytime, and from any place. NT Twitter, LinkedIn, and the explosive social media craze. But where do businesses go to create winning relationships with other businesses? They go to WinWinUSA.com, the hottest new business-only website for businesses to connect with other businesses to increase revenues, decrease expenses, anytime, anywhere, and from any place in America. WinWin is changing how businesses work together to open an entirely new world of opportunity for any business in all industries, regardless of size. You will pay to increase revenue and decrease expenses. Go to WinWinUSA.com, America's best growing business website. WinWinUSA.com. It's News Time 11:28. What is uncovering luxury? At the Lincoln Motor Company, we're helping drivers find the answer to this question every day. Uncovering luxury is when we take a closer look behind the badge of a luxury automobile. You do. It just may be surprised. Because with our Lincoln NKX, you'll find what you want. Standard, like the roll stability control you can't get on the Lexus RX 350. Uncovering luxury is also realizing that the Lincoln NKX delivers more horsepower than the RX 350. Surprising, isn't it? Considering a luxury hybrid, dig deeper and you'll find the most fuel-efficient luxury hybrid in America, the Lincoln NKZ hybrid. So go ahead, take a closer look, because while luxury uncovered can be many things, most of all, it's one thing. A compelling invitation. The latest luxury uncovered event is on. Get exceptional offers on the 2015 Lincoln NKX and 2014 NKZ hybrid. All the other fantastic utilities. UK estimated rating of 45 city, 45 highway, 45 combined MPG. Central mileage may vary. Mostly sunny skies today, but a cold wind. The high 38 tonight, partly cloudy down to 24. Tomorrow, mix of sun and clouds, high 32. Could see a little bit of snow on Wednesday. Small accumulation possible, high 31. Right now it's 35. We're heading up to 38. Good morning. I'm Larry Cannon. Winds News Time at the tone, 11:30.
Good morning, I'm Sonia Rickles. The picture of a rescued pit bull puppy from Brooklyn shows him smiling with big wide eyes and his tongue hanging out. No wonder the folks who've been taking care of him think it's handsome. He didn't always look so happy. Neighbors in Fort Greene found the puppy abandoned, tied to a fence across the Brooklyn Hospital Center on one of the coldest days of the year earlier this month. Rachel Bowers of the dog walking company Brooklyn Park says it's practically frozen.
When you didn't even use a leash to use the TV cable wire. They just tied it to it. It was so cold that the cable had actually frozen on. It was in 4 feet down. That you just kind of tried to get people who were cold and malnourished.
To a vet for medical attention, and after 2 weeks, he is in good health. Staff of Brooklyn Park is looking for a family to adopt him. With news time 11:31, time for traffic and transit on the ones and here's Steve Torriello.
Well, the midday traffic is not doing badly at all right now through Queens on the Grand Central. We are very heavy, however, on the Van Lake Expressway. They're doing construction work between Atlantic Avenue and Grand Central Parkway. So we do have delays running back toward the area of maybe Linden Boulevard. South Shore, a little pocket of heavy traffic on the eastbound side near Knapp Street, and the Long Island Expressway is a little heavy westbound as you make your way past the Van Way down toward the area of 108th Street. Staten Island Expressway looks good from end to end. The Gowanus delays at the east out now. That's not bad at all from Verrazano all the way up to the Prospect Expressway. Alternate side parking is in effect today. In fact, it's in effect for the first time this month. And if you see a traffic incident, call into the 1010 Winds Traffic Team Tech line at 877-466-1010. Our next report at 11:41 on 1010 Winds.
Victim of a car accident? Call the Accident Attorneys at 212 lawsuit. Ready and now. Serious lawyers for serious injuries. 212 lawsuit.
Winds news time 11:32. Now the official 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast sponsored by Subaru. Here's meteorologist Dr. Joe Sobel with this live report.
Well, I hope you got out this weekend and enjoyed our nice thaw because it is a thing of the past. The colder air returning to the area now, and it's going to be with us all week long. Sunshine this afternoon, but also a gusty wind. The high about 38, then fair tonight, colder than recent nights, low 24. Clouds, breaks of sun tomorrow, some flurries around the high 32. Now, Wednesday's weather will depend on how close the coastal storm comes to us. Latest computer guidance indicating it's going to be far enough to the east so that if we get some snow, it would just be on the light side, maybe just flurries. Wednesday's high around 30. Sunshine for Thursday with a high of 32. Right now it's sunny, 35 degrees, humidity 35%. Out west wind gusting to about 20-25 miles an hour at times. Again, it's 35 now, going up to 38 in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dr. Joe Sobel on New York's weather station 1010 Winds.
Winds news time 11:33. An update on the politically tense situation in Ukraine next on 1010 Winds. At Subaru, we like to think we're building great stories as well as great vehicles.
I put exactly 6 miles on the air in my Subaru. That's 3 to work and 3 home. And it's amazing how much weather can change in just those 3 miles. It might be the easiest commute into work, but if we get hit with a storm during the day, it's the slowest trip home. You know, everyone's creeping along, trying to stay on the tighter tracks so the car ahead of them. But not me. I go my own wheel drive to work. I take the side streets, back roads, you name it, whether they're plowed or not. So I still get home at a reasonable time, and I don't have to be stuck following the crowd.
Confidence when you need it, confidence you'll never want to do without. That's what you get from road gripping, professional all-wheel drive. At Subaru, we offer a full line of all-wheel drive vehicles starting at under $19,000 nicely equipped. No wonder we like to think of ourselves as the official car of winter. Find yours at Subaru.com. It's based on Amazon CJA. That's title and registration on. Winds news time 11:34. Ukraine's former president is on the run after the acting government issued an arrest warrant for him for charges mass murder. Whereabouts are not known. Meanwhile, Russia is questioning the legitimacy of the new Ukrainian authorities. Correspondent Karen Radia has more from Moscow.
Russia continues to be wary of events in Ukraine, a country that Kremlin considers within its orbit. On Sunday, it called its ambassador back to Moscow, citing the, quote, deteriorating situation. President Putin has yet to comment. Prime Minister says there's no, quote, legitimate government in Kiev, and the foreign ministry blasted the opposition for, in its words, seizing power. With Ukraine unstable, Russia remains the wild card. The U.S. has warned Russia not to intervene militarily.
Former Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev told a conference in the United Arab Emirates the people of Ukraine have a common history European Union, the U.S., or Russia to get involved would be wrong. With news time 11:35, Pope Francis is making some big changes at the Vatican in hope of streamlining operations and making the bureaucracy more efficient. New York's Cardinal Timothy Dolan is in Rome for meetings. Pope Francis and other cardinals talked about some of those changes on PBS this morning.
He knows the substance, the essence of the church, he can't change. We receive that. That's settled. That's given. He can change the style and the tone, and many people will tell you that's where the church needs to change.
William Cardinal has been named economic secretariat.
Services provided